Because people like visuals in 2018. The attention span of consumers are extremely low. And due to stuff like social media, you could literally look at one post that says, hey, eat this pill, you'll live forever. But if you scroll 6 inches down, your attention just got taken away by an Instagram model with a big butt that was half naked. So you gotta try to capture people while you can. But to give y'all an example, right? I'm gonna post a screenshot of the feedback from my course. And I know y'all might think this don't matter. If you got, I don't know if Samsung can do this, but it matters. When you go to the actual screenshot and circle the actual comment, I'm telling y'all, the attention span is very low. And a lot of people do not like to read. So try to make the reading part minimum because people go, I know y'all post up every day and somebody be like, where to buy that at? You're like, I just told you where to buy it. You feel me?
Like, did you read the caption? Like, it's right there.
Bro, we live in the visual era. I love what social media is, but that's one of the cons of it. Is that it's removing the necessity for reading, context clues, any of that. People just want to look at something and go, they want a visual that say like, hey, I'm a visual, but I know there's no words on here, but if you look at me long enough, your life gonna get better. So you basically have to create that for them, right? So, number two, matter of fact, let me switch subject real quick. I'm gonna stay on subject, but to all my people with businesses, try working with videos. People like visuals. They like moving things. They don't like still pictures. Now, some old school people don't. It's some of you that naturally love reading. Y'all don't mind. Y'all don't read the whole caption. But for the most part, you're dealing with consumers that like moving visuals. Number three, you got to create what they call a call to action, right? When you're making a video, you need to reiterate on the actual video. Like, excuse me, it's apps called, I think the app called Pick Play Post. But you can put words on your screen. So I'm letting y'all know, and y'all, it might seem like a bit much, but you will see your conversion rate change. You need to look in the camera and say, hey, I got something right here that can change your life. It's limited. Make sure you get yours now because if you get it by 5 o'clock, we're gonna give you we're gonna give you 2 meal plans on the house. But then your call to action is the reminder, the words. Keep it short. But on the video, you're gonna also put, hey, click the link in the bio. Get this with the 2 free meal plans. That's called a call to action. Because then you got some people who are just visual learners. They'll just look at your video and keep going. Believe it or not, you need to tell them again on the actual video to click the link in the bio. Then you need to go to your caption and tell them again to click the link in the bio. I know it might sound like a lot, but if y'all, you do it. Yeah, we all get it. I done done it like, didn't read the caption, was like, bro, why get that shirt? And he like, bro. Right. And look, I'm gonna tell y'all something too that'll help. And this one dawned on me the other day, right? Make a video showing people how to check out on your website. So when you post it, right, this is how it's gonna come up. Hey, I know you're struggling with the phone. Let me show you how to get it A to Z. But in all actuality, you pushing the sale again and you marketing because you're reminding them, hey, you need to hurry up and go buy it. And then you also show some people how to actually go buy it. So again, y'all, wait. I got two more. Something else with videos. Grab somebody for an example. Right, when you got African clothing, right? So look, in your captions, like marketing is such a broad concept, right? But I'm gonna tell you this, like, what I have learned is that sometimes you have to trick us into doing better for us, right? So sometimes, like, for example, go get the statistics on brands that we support. This is not your intention, but some people are going to feel bad about themselves when they look at that list. They're going to be like, damn, she's not lying. I spent $30,000 on Nike this month. And then you got to remind them at the end of that, like, hey, Nike ain't stimulated your economy in 100 years, bro. You might want to change where you're sending that money to. And then beyond that, that's when you hit them with the call to action. So that's why we got these African clothes right here for y'all. This the move right here. This is what you need to be doing. So like for everybody with a business, like, even in your lane, I wouldn't say go this far to shame nobody. You ain't got to post no fat people. But like, listen, I'm an example. Y'all see this stomach? She could definitely post me right now and be like, hey, Derrick is a great person, but Derrick needs a great body. So listen, if y'all want to be great like Derrick, listen, I can hold one of her meal plans in my hand and be like, if y'all want to be great like Derrick's about to be, y'all make sure y'all click the link in the bio and get your meal plan right now. So look, I ain't telling you to shoot at nobody directly, but sometimes you really got to show people like the real truth in the statistics. Yeah, so look, one thing I did y'all see the thing on Time Magazine about underpaid teachers? Yeah. I've been posting that all week, right? Yeah, because I can't say, like, it just feeds into the in-home bacon and necessity to create our own infrastructure. But I'm like, you know what? Outside of me giving them common sense examples, outside of me preaching, because like, I'm going to tell y'all one thing, and I know y'all don't deal with this. How many of y'all seen somebody get the same information you gave them from somebody else and run with it? I know it, and our folks, that happen all the time, right? So I get it, right? So this is all I do. I'm just like, cool. Y'all ain't gotta listen to me. Time Magazine to tell you what time it is. And I use that, but bro, I ain't gonna lie. With marketing and advertising with the shoes and whatnot, it was certain things, but bro, in this world, bro, I have so many subjects and things that I can touch on.
That's my next question. Like, what really empowered you to show your face and change? Because you could have kept going and nobody knew who you were. What made you say, you know what? Because you know what? When you came out, you talking about Derrick, you talking about Gun, and the people who knew you before that had no idea what it was about. And it was a very small following. I see from year to year. What made you say, all right, I'm show my face?
So look, I wrote my first book, the autobiography, in 2014. And my cousin told me, right, he was like, bro, you got some great information, but you're not sociable. Like, I'm still working on being sociable. Like, I don't know if you understand, bro, I love people, but I don't like people. So, like, I love the energy in here. I can sit here all day. But if y'all sit me down the street and was like, you want to go in this club? Absolutely not. Like, nah, I ain't going with you. So, bro, I never wanted the attention, right? It's always cool. Like, we just gonna make a lot of money. We never gonna show our face. We just gonna stay in the dark, right? But when I made a video in 2016 that went viral. That's the first video I ever had go viral. And then like a demand came, like, you got it, like, people started hitting. That's how I got into the curriculum. People was like, what is it you teaching your kids? What is that, right? So the demand kind of came, and my cousin was just like, he's like, bro, you gotta show your face. You gotta, like, you can't take the video down. It's too late. Like, it's circulating. You gotta embrace it. So to be honest, bro, I never really wanted this. It kind of was like forced on me. And like, bro, like just to let y'all know, like, I had a retail business since 2012. Year one was terrible. I only made like 23 grand. Year two, I made like 160. By year three, I was at like 189. So I figured out a way back then to like not show my face at all. Just middleman transactions on the back end, make all the money and stay under wraps. But no, bro, on the real, it was the people. It was just like, what's up? We need more. And I was like, damn, I don't want to be y'all, bro. Like, I don't want this. I don't want to be famous. I don't want none of that. But I don't know, bro. I just had to make the adjustments and embrace it. And it's still a struggle.
Thank you for doing that.
No problem, bro. No, bro, like I said, bro, for me, it's still a struggle. It just get weird at times. A lot of the things, like, I have to evolve in a certain way because people will stare at me too long, and then I'll be like, who are you? And then, like, bro, they'll come to me like 5 minutes later, like, oh, I ain't gonna, I was trying to make sure that was, but nah, bro, it's still an adjustment, but I wouldn't change it. I say that I wouldn't change it at all. But nah, bro, and just for anybody who with business and sales, y'all marketing and y'all advertising is a game changer. Just being real with y'all, right? I first started marketing last year in March. The best return I ever had up until this year, but last August, we put $100 in August 1st, and we jumped back like 17.9 by August 11th off $100. Now I will say, my marketing is a little different because I have children with firearms, so that's always just gonna be a talk-worthy, buzz-worthy conversation. But for anybody in here, like, create an actual budget for your marketing. I've seen too many people that just pay for blind shout-outs. And a lot of us don't even take the time to study that other person's analytics. Their demographic may not give a damn about what you're talking about or what you're selling. Like, I know this because I've done it. I paid somebody and then they shouted me out. I'm like, bro, I got 2 followers on your page. You charge me $500. So that's another thing. Like, if you're going to pay somebody for a shout-out, just study their analytics and try to see, like, is it really a crowd that you can make a conversion with? And I'm gonna tell y'all too, like, just being honest, it's about conversions. Conversions. Like, why are you on the internet posting content if you're not there for some type of reciprocation? So if you give them information, a game that can change their lives, they should be reciprocating you with something. So I'm gonna tell you one more thing I dealt with in sales, bro. I started showing my face. Anybody ever had this issue? Any of y'all ever been embarrassed to sell? Like it made you feel away, like, you know what? I feel kind of guilty. I was there, right? One of the biggest things I've seen with us too is that we'll make each other feel bad for selling. Like, bro, you always on here selling some shit. And I'm like, but you watch TV all day. Like, you ain't mad at McDonald's. You ain't mad at Jordan.
I ain't mad at
Ford. You ain't mad at nobody. Like, why you sweating me? But hey, do not guilt yourself about selling. When I stopped doing that, I promise, like money-wise, my whole life changed. When I really just embraced that I'm a beast at selling and just went for it, everything changed. But don't fall in that trap. Have you ever had anybody try to make you feel bad about selling? Anybody you have? What they say?
Well, I wouldn't say selling, but I own an auto repair shop and a body shop, and people always want to hook up, and I tell them exactly what the cost is, and they say, you know, well, you supposed to be my people. I need this. I'm like, I have mechanics I have to pay. Like, y'all think this is just operating off my skin? Like, what's going on here? So I get guilted a lot.
I'm gonna say this too. We really create the market, right? But we're gonna be real. We have been the influencers of not only our culture, but every culture like ever. Like you rarely see us trying to emulate another culture. It's always the other way around. So I would tell you, like, don't let anybody guilt you into that, because if you assess most people's spending habits, like, no, you don't even have to assess. Just look at them. I got on some Scottie Pippens, right? Y'all know I didn't walk in Foot Locker and be like, hey, I got 100 on me. What y'all gonna do? No, absolutely not. So, hold them accountable, and just like, I go through that as well. People hit me, be like, they don't get me sometimes. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I do it, but for the most part, like, you gotta. I'm not gonna say you gotta break away from that demographic of people, but you gotta demand your value up front. Because if you don't, people will get accustomed to that, and then they will devalue, and then you'll find yourself in a certain position. Like, I used to let people book me, but I stopped doing that a year ago because I saw the value system. Basically, people will book you at what they feel like you're worth, or what they feel like they can get away with. And once I realized that, I was just like, I ain't let nobody book me no more. I book myself in your city. I independently sell my own tickets. I make enough money that I feel like I'm comfortable with, and then we'll move from there. So, no, I know what you're going through 100%. Whether it be books, consulting, anything. Like, somebody always hitting me like, hey, bro, I need blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you know, like, one of the biggest things I tell people on my end, you need money to go to war. And I don't even mean like a physical war. It could be a financial war, mental war, whatever the case is. But you're going to need somewhere like, if I can afford to stay in my house, I can't create. You feel me? Like, I can't sit outside my MacBook for so long in the sun and really come up with in-home banking and co-parenting curriculum. So, nah, like, anybody talking like that, I want to have a conversation with them a little more. Just tell them to revisit the situation at a later date if they're not ready. But, go ahead.
So, my situation was my business. I started probably in 2013. And the reason why I started creating the Nigerian clothing was because I would go to the marketplaces in DC, and their clothing was like wear and wash. Once you wear it, if you wash it, it's all the wash. So I'm from Nigeria, so I'll go back home, I'll go on the marketplace, they get the best material, so that the children can feel how to feel to have great material on their skin. Now, the reason why, this is my fourth season. First 3 seasons were great. I sold out within my community. Within the school, the Africans in the schools around. They were all buy my clothes, they were all support. But now I want to go global. I want to be the #1 African children supplier for all Africans in the schools. That's what I need. And I haven't started out. So instead of me going to labor in the DMV, I saved my line this year so that I can do it online. But I'm not young as I look. So I don't know all these different places where to go, different avenues of how to get it out there so I can become that global person. But they know, like I have children that bought my clothes 4 years ago and still look good. Still look brand new because of the material. because I spend my money getting something really nice. How do I do that?
As far as like make it bigger.
Global, like I want to be that one.
Well, I would tell you these are remedies I tried. I'm not gonna promote YouTube because they shut me down, so I ain't the hell YouTube. But I tried it for whatever. I don't like it. Go with Instagram advertising, Facebook advertising, and this one can be a little tricky. But I would say, I'm just to be honest with you, one of the biggest things that help my brain grow is actual people who are considered influencers of our culture have like publicly stated their appreciation for what I do. So I wouldn't tell you to just go get a bunch of your product and try to gift it to people, but I will tell you that I haven't done that. But I'll say this now: when they come to me, I have hooked a lot of them up. I have. But I never been a dude who's like, hey bro, I want to give you a book. I want to give you a book. Like, nah, that's not been my style. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But I would tell you this, period. The beauty of advertising and marketing is that machine will grow while you're asleep. So while you're sitting here chilling, you're gonna still generate bread because your Facebook ad is running because you put enough bread into it. So like this is what I used to do. What I typically do, I spend $6 grand with Instagram, $6 grand on Facebook, and then I'll do like 2 posts with World Stars. So in total, that's 18 grand, because World Star charge $3,000 a post. So we'll put in 18, but we can jump back. Like the best we done jump back in 1 month, they're like 75. So it's definitely worth it. So I would tell you, just assess how much bread you can put into your marketing, and then try those avenues. But don't forget, when you use those avenues, hit them with a visual. Like I don't care how you do it, but just from personal experience, don't market still pictures. Unless your still pictures is so captivating that people gonna stop everything they're doing and just stare at it, don't do it. Like you want videos that have replay value. Meaning like you want a video that's so informative or that's so controversial that it make the person turn to the next person in their cubicle and be like, girl, stop everything you're doing. Watch this video. Or they gonna text their mama like, wait, gotta get home. I gotta show you. I just see the craziest shit in my life. I gotta show you. So that's why, like, if you pay attention with me, everything that I've sponsored and put money behind has been my children. I understand, like, don't get me wrong, I'm the one teaching them, but it just got a different ring when it comes out their mouth. I've noticed that. Like, the stuff my daughter do with guns, I can do that, but it wouldn't be as appealing. But because she's a 7-year-old black girl with dreads and is dressed blindfolded with an AK, it come off a little better. So I would just say, like, for starters, try out Instagram and Facebook. One more thing. Is there anybody that ever tried Facebook and Instagram? The marketing? Tell me this. When you chose, did you let them generally pick the demographic or you pick it? I'm going to tell you this from experience. When you do marketing with them, allow them to toss you to a general demographic. A lot of times when you pick a specific one, they really will only market you to that specific one. I've tried that a couple times. It's failed every time. But you said you chose yours, right? How was the comeback? Was it?
I wish I didn't pick one.
Okay, yeah, I would say 100%. Anybody that's going to try that out, look. Just let them pick your general market and they'll market it. And the better thing with that too, is it'll mess around and introduce you to some people that you may not have ever reached. But if you market it right now, it's like, hit Baltimore, DC, and California. They really gonna try you and only market you there. So you may have a whole world of people in Florida that appreciate what you do, but they never gonna see it. So now 100%, I would tell you, start out with Instagram, Facebook, throw $100 in there and see what happens. But remember, when you give them that visual, you gotta hit them with that visual. And then, you got a website?
I'm just starting to transition from selling locally to trying to do.
Okay, got it. All right.
I do have a question.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
What is conversion rate?
Oh, just conversion, like getting from being just a consumer to a customer. Yeah, like something specifically wrong about it?
Because that's how you get somebody looking at you.
Right.
How do you get people to convert?
How do I get them?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna give you an example, and it's something nobody knows. Y'all gonna be the first people to know this. So I got a pack, bro. We whipping this up right now. I'm gonna release it like next Friday, but nobody knows. I got a pack coming out. It's called Legends Die Young, right? So number one off the rip, that title gonna grab it. Legends Die Young. They're gonna be like, what is that? So I'm gonna point out every way that we gonna hit them in this pack. The pack is called Legends Die Young. It's a $500 pack. They're gonna get my next book, God's on My Command Volume 4, which nobody has seen. It's gonna be like a gold edition. It's gonna be like a collector's item type edition. We only doing 1,000 packs. They go number 2. I just created the limitation. Number 3 is September. Even if you don't celebrate the holidays, it don't mean you can't adapt to them and clean up like everybody else is. Black Friday on the way, bro. We already, bro, when August came to an end, I was already like, all right.
It's the holiday season.
Yeah, bro, it's game time. So look, Black Friday on the way. You gotta start mentally hitting them every day to either make them convert right now or say, hey, if your ass don't convert by Black Friday, you're gonna miss out. So this is what I'm about to do. In the pack, they're gonna get my audio books on vinyl and cassette tape. Again, we bringing that nostalgic feel. We gonna take it back. Most people don't even got a cassette tape. You can't buy one. That's the whole point. It's nothing more than a collector's item. But only 1,000 people gonna be able to say like, hey, I got broke information on the cassette tape and vinyl. Next, something else people don't know is I'm releasing in-home banking in a board game. So people in my world, bro, don't make board games. I'm gonna be real, most people in my lane don't really care about the children that much to make a board game. They just be focused on their mom and daddy. But I've always been like pro-family, everything. So they're gonna get a board game. So all this is gonna come in a encapsulated pack. And then like as far as the visuals, again, just going to the marketing. Every day leading up to its release, I'm gonna write an article on the legend of our culture. So basically like, we're gonna talk about Garvey, we're gonna talk about Nip, J. Prince, Master P, Jay-Z, Birdman. For 90 days, we just gonna get them back to back. So even if you forgot about me on Thursday, I'm gonna remind you that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Y'all know, bro, be plenty of content. And then outside of that, they'll get my entire body of work in as far as curriculum. And then I got volume 3 and I'm making project that I'm working on too. So bro, basically, with that is like, I understand the season. The consumers of the world are grinding right now because they're ready to burn it down in a month or two. And then the beauty of it, right, is that when Christmas hit, you're gonna have like a semi-cold period for 2 weeks, right? But then 2 weeks later, the light bulb will come on, they gonna go, damn, I get my W-2 in 2 weeks. So then boom, like, I'm gonna tell you right now, we got a 9-month plan laid out. How we finna crash it till right now, all the way till the end of May. But for everybody in with a business too, pay attention to the seasons. Like, it's one thing I tell people all the time, especially us. A lot of us be so self-righteous that we don't know how to gain information from other demographics of people because we're just so caught up in our ways of thinking. I have not read one marketing book, but I do study the giants, the Apple. Like, man, if y'all study Apple, y'all will learn a lot of games. Like Apple, I don't know who running the show over there these days, but they dangerous. Whoever holding it down. What's that, bro?
Tim Cook.
Okay, gotcha. Amazon, bro. Jeff, how you say his last name? Bezos, bro, they dangerous. These are people I pay attention to, but nah, bro, just as far as conversion, I'm gonna tell you, bro, like, consistency will play a large role in that. Because some of us, like, bro, we got the juice, we got shit that can change people's lives. But because we either feel bad about selling, or we just lazy with it, we never really gather them, bro. But I'm gonna tell you this, like, with me, I have 375,000 followers alone on IG. Bro, it ain't one day that I'm ever gonna give up hope and be like, I'm just not gonna make no bread. It's not, bro, that's too many variables. That is, internet alone, you ain't gotta have a big following. The internet alone, the devil itself, the discovery page. Listen, there are so many variables with using the internet. So for me, bro, it's just about planning. And then, like I said, bro, limitations and sense, because like, with that fact, bro, if you want my entire body of work, which means like, it's literally like 22 pieces, bro, like alone, it's like $600-700. But you're gonna get all this in one pack for $500. That's limited to only 1,000 people. Like, bro, I'm gonna tell you from experience, right? I got Nip album, Victory Lap on cassette tape. Bro, I feel like the man. Nobody got that. I don't know nobody gonna take it. Right? I be bragging on the phone like, Yeah, y'all got that, but you ain't got the tape though. You ain't got, so, bro, all I'm gonna do is provide that same feel for the people. But the difference with being most people that sell it is I'm gonna actually give them some type of content that they can actually use and build with from generation to generation. So, how many people ain't got vinyl? Y'all got some vinyl at the house? Anybody? You got some room? You don't feel no level of, yeah. Bro, it don't make you feel different that you got, like, you the big dog when you come to vinyl, and don't nobody got no vinyl. Like, I like that. I like that nostalgic feel. Like, I wish I could get my hands on, like, Reasonable Doubt, a cassette tape. I'm flexing. Like, I don't do money, but when it comes to, like, that's a real collector's item. No, definitely, bro. So, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna provide that same feel for the people, but it's gonna be content based. And, bro, like, the meaning behind the actual name, Legends Like Young, is what I was telling her. We're not waiting on nobody to support us. So what I feel like we should do as a collective and as a people, we gotta value these people before they turn into statues and t-shirts and all that. Because a lot of times we don't. So, nah, bro, it's so many meanings behind it, but that's what I'm working on right now to really like drive it on myself.
Things that you follow, like mentors or whatever, like is there more other than like Apple and
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna give you like a top 5 list. So mentally changed my life. Nipsey Hussle. You know who Starlito is?
Starlito?
Yeah. He a rapper.
Okay.
Check him out. You know who Freddie Gibbs is?
Yeah.
Anybody know who Freddie Gibbs is?
Yeah, I know Freddie Gibbs, yeah.
Have any of y'all taken note that Freddie been an international artist since like 2 years after being in the game, but he ain't got no label? Freddie a powerhouse. Like, a lot of people sleep on him because they may not like the music or whatever the case is, but Freddie be doing stuff that people with whole deals that's been in the deal for 10 years don't do. Like, he be in Australia, he be everywhere. I'm sure you already know who Banner is. You said mentors, right? People I look to.
I mean, you don't have to limit it to 5.
Nah, I know I got some more. I just can't think.
You outside of the rap.
Outside of rap. I'm gonna name a book for you. Anybody here read Contagious by Jonah Berger?
No.
All About Value. It's called Contagious. His name's Jonah Berger. Outside of rap. All right. Eric Thomas. Y'all know who Eric Thomas is?
Yeah, yeah.
E.T., yeah.
Okay, E.T. did for a while, right? The only reason I got away from E.T. is I don't like motivation.
Me neither.
So sometimes people can't decipher motivation from solution, right? So if I stand up here and you like, hey, I'm trying to be an entrepreneur, blah, 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 and I'm like, man, listen, you gonna have to fight, you gonna have some sleepless nights, you gonna have to give it all up to get where you want to be, you have to bust your ass. I just told you the same thing 4 times. So I ain't gonna lie, I did rock with E.T. in the beginning. Like, check out E.T. It just depends on where you got in your journey. Like, I take bits and pieces from everybody, what I can use, and I go from there, but I would say Eric Thomas. I like, you know who Gary Vee is? I like Gary. I don't follow him because.
Oh, Gary Vee.
Yeah, I like Gary Vee.
I don't like him.
No, I do like him. I don't follow him. I'm gonna say this. Gary Vee is so intelligent that you'll find yourself emulating him on accident, and I don't want to do that. So like, listen, I used to hear other rappers be like, I'm in album mode, I ain't listening to nobody. I'm like, he's lying, you gotta listen to something. But it finally dawned on me like, why they know? Like, he got his own sound, he got his own vibe. He don't want to accidentally grab pull from somebody else. Exactly. So no, I would never say Gary Vee. I just don't follow him because he is that like phenomenal that. Yeah. I'm gonna give you one more. You got a good example right here. I take follow up. What's the page? Total body by April. There are not very many people that I meet who actually make me scratch my head. Who, like, I read some amazing stuff, but there's not a lot of people I be like, damn, he actually said something. But no, she one of the people like, I definitely say like 3 times a week she gonna post something that's gonna make me be like, damn, I gotta get my life together. I ain't doing good as I was. So no, it's total. Is it total or total?
I want to know what you said.
Okay, good. All right.
That's right. That's right, hubby.
And outside of that, I like motivation too, right? But I just don't like it in terms of burden. I'm a visual man myself, but a lot of stuff that you'll see posts between these two, everybody, it's really I don't know, it just kind of gives you that like I'm gonna get off my ass and grind type of vibe, and I be needing that sometimes.
Right.
Cause like I've reached certain places that I thought I never would, so complacency does kick in for me at times where I just be BSing. And then I check the post and I just be like, okay, damn, my life is not to get that all. Like, you go out to the drawing board and tighten up. So, yeah.
I do that a lot too. So that's a good point that you said, because I guess that was like one of my questions, like how do you beat complacency and stuff like that? Because on Instagram, I do follow a lot of positive things that I'm like, okay, why do we do that? But procrastination and laziness kind of does kick in, where there's a lot of time that I can use that towards something that does.
Is there anybody else that deal with procrastination?
Everybody?
All right, y'all. Can we switch subjects? Y'all mind switch subjects real quick and I just talk about procrastination for like 5 minutes?
Yeah, you good.
I want to actually read y'all something. Matter of fact, I'm going to put my phone. No, I got it. I'm glad you brought that up, right? I overlook, but I deal with that bad too. No, I'm terrible. Look, if you give me 6 months to do something, at 5 months and 20 days, I'm gonna knock it out right there. But no, I'm not that dude that be like, hey, all right, y'all, we got A, B, C, and then we like, I procrastinate a lot. Now, certain things I don't, but a lot of things like, let me give you a good example. Let me ask you this: is there anybody that hates talking on the phone? I hate it, right? I hate calling businesses. So I'm that dude where like a pipe can be broken in the house, I'm not gonna call to the house flood. Then I'm like, oh shit, let me call it now because it's serious. But I just procrastinate about a lot of stuff. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna reach something up. And the funny thing is, a lot of people don't think I do, but like I'm one of the biggest procrastinators ever. I go lie, I clean up well. So that's how like I think a lot of people miss it. Is because I know I'm efficient when it's like crunch time. Is there anybody else that like when you're back against the wall, you grind it? I'm that guy. But if you told me like, hey man, you got 10 years to get your life together, I'm gonna be as phenomenal. And at night when I'm like, all right, watch me go make magic into it. Y'all on the road.
Yeah.
Hey, I know y'all gonna like this because y'all gonna be able to relate. I know some of y'all just as bad as me or worse than y'all. So look, I'm not gonna get to the whole thing, it's kind of long. I'm gonna just read the first sentence for each of them, and y'all tell me if y'all can relate. I'm gonna start it. All right. Fulfilling your purpose and maximizing your potential will be the top priority of this procrastination plan. Stop spending evenings cursing yourself for what you subconsciously knew you should be doing. Below will be a 12-step plan to accomplish just that. Number 1, displaying the will. A lot of us got to work on this, right? I be telling y'all how we can lie to everybody, we can't lie to ourselves. Displaying the will to admit you are procrastinating and a change must be made for your betterment. Procrastination and excuses run hand in hand. Most people are fully aware they can do better, but pacify themselves with reasons why they aren't performing. So to the people that procrastinate, y'all know y'all able-bodied, y'all can do better. But you'll lay down that night and be like, you know what, he did rain for like 5 minutes today, so that was a good reason why I didn't get out of the house and do nothing at all. I know this, I do this every day. Number 2, the importance of dream or vision boards. Repetitive reminders either become annoying or second nature. The choice will be yours. So get a vision board, right? I tell you guys all the time, because a lot of everybody, you can't lie to yourself. Subconsciously, the only person that may keep you honest may be you. You may not have a supporting cast. You may have to be that person to check yourself. So basically, if you got a vision board in the house and you're not living by it, it's gonna do one of 2 things. You're either gonna look at it every day and be like, damn, I'm slipping, I gotta tighten up. Or eventually you're gonna be like, that's your subconscious on that board telling you to get it together, and you're gonna get yourself together. But a lot of times, again, like, I just ask y'all, how many of y'all on a mission, but you ain't got a lot of people around you that's on the same type of time? Me as well. So I came to the realization that I may have to check myself before anybody else does. How many of y'all, you told your mama or your daddy about your dreams or the goals, and they be calling you to check up on it, and you be lying talking about you grinding, but you know you ain't getting nothing. I'm guilty too. It be plenty times like, I've been in the house high all day. I'll be like, well, you just working, babe? I'm like, yeah, I don't know. We gotta hit this road in a few days. I'm just getting it together. Number 3, how to properly create a self-checks and balance list. I see this too much, right? We can break down sports, we can break down hair, we can break down drama, everything else. People have the hardest time looking in the mirror and being honest about where they at in life. That's something we're gonna have to work on. A self-checks and balances, like really write this type of stuff out and hold yourself accountable. Number 4, the importance of relying predominantly on self for motivation and accountability. Your biggest critic and most informative opinion should be yours. Nobody knows how much time we waste more than us. So basically, just going back to the example I gave with my mama. You can lie to your mom, you can lie to your children, you can get on the gram and lie to the world. But you know in your heart of heart that you ain't got nothing done, that you claiming you out here doing, that you... I'm trying to think of the hashtag I always see. I can't think of it. But anyway, y'all get what I'm saying. You can lie to everybody around you, but that voice in the back of your head know you ain't done nothing at all this week. Number 5, the importance of your circle, environment, and mental state when seeking to push yourself to new heights. They all play a vital role. One of the biggest things I've learned is people always be like, well, bro, I ain't grow with nobody on that type of time, or my people just not. A lot of us haven't realized yet that, like, thanks to social media, we can actually build a network with people on the other side of the world. Who you spend your time around and where you spend your time is going to play a large role into where your physical vessel gets. So, like, if you hang around a bunch of people that this ain't got nothing going on, even if they don't physically do it, they're going to mentally serve as some form of resistance when you're trying to grind. Like, how many of y'all have spoken where you headed them? The person didn't even say a word, but their body language told you that, like, they don't give a damn, but they don't want to hear that shit. I know this. I deal with this every day. So your environment and the people you're around are going to play a large role in your procrastination. But some people will aid you in destroying yourself, and then some people will stand quiet when you try to better yourself. Be mindful of those people. I ain't telling you to kill them or let them die off, but you may need to spend like 1 or 2 days with them at the most, and just focus on self the rest of the week. Number 6, the long-term effects of procrastination mentally and physically. This is real simple. This cliche. Your decisions of today are going to affect your tomorrow. I know that may sound like something your professor, your teacher said, but that's real life. Like, look around. Matter of fact, I'll let y'all answer this one. Of y'all graduating classes, how many of who y'all know, how many of them are financially well off and happy? And y'all know at least 5?
I don't know one.
And I maybe know, I think like 2. I graduated in 07. I may know like 2. You know 5?
Yeah,
That's good. You got some good friends. You need to keep them around so y'all can keep building.
you talking about high school or college?
No, 5 people right now who are, you may not know a lot of them, so just think about the ones you know. You know 5 who are happy and fulfilled.
Not college, like high school, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Anybody else? Got 5? You know 5, bro? All right, I need to go to Baltimore then. Y'all got good people around here.
Nah.
Yeah, a little different. You got 5? Gotcha. Okay. But the point I'm making is y'all is that, I ain't gotta make the point. Do any of y'all believe that the work you put in is what you're gonna get out?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. So, you can cheat everybody else, but you can't cheat the grind. Like, I'm not a religious dude, but I really feel like once you put into the universe, you're gonna get back out. So, like, and some days where I just have to blame myself for my shortcomings. I'm like, yeah, I took a shortcut, I cheated, blah, blah, blah. I failed, X, Y, Z. Number 7. This is a big one. Assessing your daily rituals, practices, and plans thoroughly. Then weeding out and reprioritizing what can be removed. We often do certain things out of pure tradition and are unconsciously unaware of how counterproductive it is. How many of y'all wake up and the first thing you do is you're gonna get on the ground before you step out of bed? I'm guilty. I do this too. How many of y'all be doing something important on the phone and you hit the discovery page on the gram, you be like, damn, 3 hours have passed. I'm guilty of that too. So a lot of times, y'all, we do things so often that we unconsciously just become adapt. We just adapt to them. We don't even know we're tripping. So something I urge people to do in this plan, and y'all too, is assess yourself for 7 days. Literally write down everything you do for 7 days on a notepad. I guarantee you damn near half the stuff you're probably doing, you can do it out for a month just to get yourself back in order. A lot of us be off our square because we're going to be on the ground for 2 hours.
Video games.
We might sit on the toilet for an hour. Being done, we just sitting there like, la, la, la. Some of us, you know, we might smoke and we smoke the right indica and we sleep for 8 hours, whatever the case is. Assess what you do for 7 days. I guarantee you, there are certain places, people, and things that you can do away with. And that's why I encourage fasting as well. For procrastination, like, I think fasting is just going to sharpen your sacrifice and really how like mentally strong you are. Number 10, it's another one. You got to develop a why. Everybody, develop your whys, right? I'm going to give y'all mine real quick. I got 3 of them. My number 1 why is life. I think some of us really take for granted the phenomenon it is that 2 strangers met, had sex, and the lady carried us for either 6 or 9 months. I don't care if you was adopted, whatever the case is. Some woman had to carry you, unless we got some aliens there. Some woman had to carry you for a specific amount of time for you to get here. I think a lot of us take for granted like how amazing that is, and just like showing our mamas like, hey, if I ain't got a dollar to give you, I just want you to know I appreciate you because I'm gonna make something out of myself while I'm out on this earth. You did take the time to lay down and then hold me in your stomach for 6, 9 months, whatever the case was. My number 2 why is death. One of the things I learned about the millennial generation, they have a bad sense of time. Think about this. Y'all realize it's more surprising to die than to win the lotto? I'm gonna say it one more time. It might take a second to sink in. People are more amazed at you dying than winning the lotto. Death is actually inevitable. Like everybody in this whole restaurant gonna transition. Everybody in this restaurant is not gonna win the lotto. But people are more surprised at death, and I think that's because we have a bad prioritization of time. I know some people in my circle really feel like they're gonna be 150 years old one day. So for me, death is a huge one because I'm mindful that 30 is not guaranteed. I must bust my ass while I'm here, while my best will work, while my motor skills is popping, all that. I got children to take care of, and myself. And third is the easiest one, it's my children. I think it says a lot about our character, and we can look at the ills of this system, and then still happily integrate our children into it.
Exactly.
So if we're not taking some type of steps as adults right now who got the knowledge and the information to change how they inherit this world, then, you know, in my opinion, we just tripping as adults. And the last one, the last one is I kind of said that one in the beginning. But for the most part, I would say just start with procrastination. I would tell you like this self-eval was, what do you guys do 3 days? Well, let me just ask you, how typical day is it? Not just travel, but like, what you literally do with those hours?
Well, I work a full 40. And then after I work, I have to go with my son from aftercare. And then after that, when we get home, it's pretty much like prepare for the next day.
So, are you opposed, like how many hours you sleep?
Probably like 6.
Are you opposed to getting on the board?
Yes, if I would, you know, put in for something worth losing the sleep.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So like,
oh yeah, absolutely.
Like I know for me, I get like a good 3 to 4, right? But that's because like, I don't know, like when I assess myself, it was just certain stuff that I ain't mind cutting up. Like I ain't mind cutting that sleep so I can get the other stuff. So like, I'm gonna tell you one more thing too, and this gonna go hand in hand with what we're talking about with business. But my people that have businesses that post on social media, all right, let me ask you, what's the latest you typically post? Yeah. 8 or 9. And then when you come back. Yeah. All right, look, I'm gonna tell y'all this. One thing I do in business, and it go hand in hand with what we're talking about. I stay up till like 3 a.m. on purpose because it's a whole nother market on the West Coast that don't be in tune. So look, this is what I do, right? I grind all day because I'm on the East Coast. I'm tapped in with the East Coast. I live here. But on the West, I'll hit them at 1 a.m. and then I'm gonna jump back like 2:30 a.m., 3 o'clock. Whatever that post is, though, I'm gonna make it real meaningful so it can ride me over while I'm getting that 4 hours of sleep. But I like real deal, I wake up and already generated $1,000 just off West Coast transactions. Because and then I got a whole other 20 hours just to dibble down with the East Coast because my body is set up for that type of time. So now I would tell you, I mean, I know you ain't mentioning business, but I'm just saying like.
But I have a lot of business ideas, and I just don't know how to transition to that. And also about product and demand too. Like I don't, like you have ideas, but I just don't know where to get started.
Well, no, I would say 100% like, I mean, what you already said, if you have something meaningful to do, you don't mind cutting the 6. That's why I say like, just self-assess yourself for 3 days. And either try to see what you can weed out or what you can cram more productivity in that. So basically, like, you may not need to lose no sleep. You may just need to move faster when you wake up because you have an extra 30 minutes to focus on those business ideas.
Mm-hmm. Wake up a little earlier than I usually do.
Right. So like with me, one of the things I do, right, is like, I get up just a tad bit earlier. I like go knock out what early work I need to do, and then I sit down with the girls and went through the alphabet just to teach them stuff. So I was not doing that before, no, but basically what I did, I just shaved hours on something else to give them more time. But it's all, I mean, like I said, just do this. I would definitely tell you, try to self-assess. Because you'll begin to realize like you control more of your time than you probably think you know. The job only getting 8 hours in a day, right? Which means you got another 16 to get busy. So if you give yourself 4 hours of sleep, that means you got another 12. And I know like that's the beauty of us having computers in our pockets that you can grind while you're driving. I mean, I ain't saying you text and drive. You can grind while you're driving. You can grind while you're eating. Like, I mean, some of y'all eating right now, y'all got the phone, and y'all listening to me. Be great at multitasking, so now definitely just self-assess and see what you can save some time on to focus on your best. What's up, man?
This is a little off the business side. As
Oh,
far
no,
as
come on.
like,
We talk about everything. What's up?
okay, as far as like homeschooling, was there any specific curriculum you went through with the kids, or you did your own thing?
That's a good question, right? So there's something else people don't know. Anybody ever heard of K-12?
Yeah.
So look, initially I had the kids in K-12. By law in Florida, the children have to be in some form of homeschool program, right? The way I stumbled upon this is one day, it was a chapter in there. Derrick was in 3rd grade. They wanted me to teach him about Jesus and XYZ, right? I have nothing against anybody in their religion. Like, I'd rather build on our similarities. So if you into Christianity, Muslim, whatever, do your thing. Whatever empowers you and make you a better person, keep at it. Do your thing. But for me, I wasn't going to sit down and teach him about it every day, right? So I hit the teacher. I'm like, since when y'all started teaching children in 3rd grade about Jesus? And she was like, basically, she was like, I don't know, that's part of the thing. She was like, do this. She was like, just mark it off complete and teach him something during that time anyway. And that's when the light bulb came. I'm like, wait, so y'all don't really be checking the work. We just got to mark it off complete, and then y'all pass the children through. I'm not saying they still do that, but I don't know. I discovered that 2 years ago, right? What I did at that point, I completely did away with their entire system. I only keep it for the sake of checks and balances. So on paper, he's learning what they're teaching. I just started developing my own material and started teaching them my own stuff. So I say for like a year, we had that information, but ever since then, I'll be real with you. Like, I ain't taught my children nothing out of a book in like 2 or 3 years. Like, nah. I just try to focus on what I can forecast and see for them growing up in this world. Because a lot of those books they get in school have nothing to do with this world. Mm-hmm. Maybe like, I know all y'all know somebody who's highly intelligent, but they just struggling in life. That's why I say, like, I was telling bro, it's a fine line between education and wisdom. Some people be so educated, but they don't know how to cross the street. So for me, I just try to focus on like self-knowledge, self-love. I sprinkle a little bit of history in there, but I'm not a big history dude either, right? I think some of us get so caught up in trying to relive or repeat that we never create our own history. So for me, I just try to focus on self-love. Just like I was telling them, self-love, self-education, knowledge, and how to protect yourself. But no, I only use them for the sake of like legal purposes. But no, I don't use none of the information at all. I will say this though, they did help me get like locking in the fundamentals. Anybody in homeschool? Reading was the hardest thing I ever had to teach Derrick. You do? You taught him how to read? You taught him reading? Listen, I ain't gonna lie, like, I wanted to give up on that. Like, I don't pull the trigger for teaching how to read was the hardest thing I ever had to do in life. I ain't gonna lie, to be honest, it did kind of get to a point where I got discouraged, and a lot of it, that's why, like, I love her mine. She should be picking out stuff on her own, but reading was a struggle. And then, like, I graduated so long ago, I couldn't even remember how the stuff they taught us on how to read. So I was at that, and I be real, I used to just give her a book and be like, yeah, baby, read it. She'd be like, what? I don't know how to read all this. I'm like, but shit, just sound it out. I'm gonna sit here with you, we're gonna figure it out. But now she got to a place now with screen fluently, so we good to go. But now reading was a struggle for me. I hate it. But,
Quick question: what do you do about subjects that you don't know? Like teaching them things that like math stuff that you're not good at. How do you teach your kids?
Nah, bro, you just gotta either bring somebody in, or I'm gonna lie to you, bro. YouTube is amazing on that end. I don't like doing business with them, but on that end, bro, they got a video for everything. So like, right? Either bring like in the in-home banking class, I'm not overly educated on credit. So for that actual class, I got somebody who's gonna teach about credit. They a big dog in that lane, and that's where I defer, I fall back, and I let them hold it down. So, no, bro, it's a lot of stuff I don't know, like, if and when they get to calculus, I'm no good. I failed geometry. I had to drop out of geometry too, because I couldn't do it. So, no, when it comes to math, unless you're talking about multiplication and division, I'm not the guy to ask. I'm going to refer to somebody else. Okay, what's the reference?
Okay, so I'm a very shy. Yes, I know you, you know, you're all points in my personality. But as far as like, branding and going out whatever, stuff like that, that's hard for me because I'm not good at selling myself. I'm not good at being like open to people. Most of like people, I do different things like sales, share, stuff like that. So most of what people see is like, I do not see them as a person. They are like my people brand what I do. So how do you, I remember in this saying how you're not very like social, not how social, stuff like that. So how did you get there besides people?
How did I get there? I would tell you, go to places, go to sociable places, and just interact with people. Like, you'll be surprised that when you say what's up to somebody, what type of conversation y'all have. So I'm gonna tell you, like, one for me, the conversation piece is the tattoos. A lot of people get scared of them, but then like a lot of people, like I was in London, people didn't mind stopping me and be like, oh, what made you get that? Why'd you put that on your face? So whatever the case is. So that's why I tell everybody, like, be receptive to new places and new information. Don't be hesitant to like step out of your box and be introduced to something else. So like what type of place you frequent? Where you can go to normally? Home?